I don't know. The problem is it's just all incredibly sad.
Mm.
You know, it's like I just think we're never going to know the truth. I don't think there was ever any hope of knowing the truth. It doesn't matter who was in power. It obviously, I mean, it's becoming a cliche to say, but there's obviously so many powerful people in, you know, cahoots or incriminated or, you know, just put in an awkward place, even if they didn't actually do anything. But like, if you're on those lists, you're never going to be able to not be absolutely just detested in public. So, you know, by in the court of public opinion. So it's kind of like, in some ways I can see there's probably merit in covering it up to save people that are probably innocent. I don't know what the client list is.
No.
You know, I don't know what that we're defining that is, but it just seems to me we're never going to know the truth about anything. There are probably going to be people in these lists that are completely innocent. And so you could say that, oh, they're just protecting the innocent and all that by not releasing all this stuff. I don't really buy that all that much. But I'm in that Tim Dillon position of we're never going to know the truth. You know more than you probably thought you would ever know about it, and you probably ever intended to know more about it. But also, I would say even if you knew the truth, and even if what they've said is the whole truth, you'll never believe it. You'll never believe that's it.
No.
You know what I mean? Even if they could, and I don't know how they could, but even if they could completely tell you the truth and be completely honest and give you everything, the first thing you would think of, where's the rest of it?
Yeah.
What aren't you telling me?
Yeah.
Why is this redacted? Why is that missing? You're never going to know the truth, and even if you did, you'd never accept it. It's got to that point now, you'd never accept the truth. Because he could well have killed himself in the jail cell. I don't believe he did, but he could well have done. This could be all there is. He could not. Maybe he didn't have all the access that we're saying he did, or didn't, or could have, or, you know, had. I just think this is getting silly to the point where you'll never convince some people. You'll never walk people back from this edge. This has destroyed people's belief in so many different things over the last 10 years. To the point where I think that people did think Trump was going to be the shining light that's going to shine light on all things. And, you know, people were going to walk out of the, you know, Senate building in handcuffs and all that, and walk out of Hollywood sets in handcuffs and stuff. And I think what's really, you know, the big learning curve from this is it's just like, we're never, you know, some things you're just never going to know the truth on.
Yeah.
Some things you aren't ever going to see people go to prison for.
Well,
it's just a sad world.
It's going to be very much like the JFK thing.
Yeah.
They've released, I believe, a different angle of it. They've released
the AI version of it.
The AI thing.
It all up.
Yeah.
And it looked like he was shooting something behind him or whatever.
Yeah. Because AI, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But they've released a new angle. They've released a load of files, and yet no one's any clearer as to what actually happened.
Yep.
And that's what's going to happen here is...
By the time they release all of it...
Which they never will.
If they do.
Yeah.
Well, like I say, they never really... I mean, look at JFK, they haven't released all of that. But what I mean is by the time things get released, we'll be dead.
Mm-hmm.
Our kids will probably be dead. Anyone that can be implicated in it is probably going to be dead. Their grandkids will probably be dead. There'll be an interesting, if there's still books in 500 years or whatever, there may be an interesting paragraph about who was implicated and what they did in their life afterwards and all that kind of stuff. And, wouldn't it have been interesting if the people at the time would have known? But it's going to be a footnote in history.
One thing's for sure, though.
What's that?
Kevin Spacey will still be out there in 500 years, fluking his way through life. He's someone who's risen even after all that.
Yeah, he's come back from complete, like, banishment, isn't he? Like, completely... Apart from those weird videos he did with that bloke. Do you remember those? Was it during COVID where he was just, like, sat on a bench? Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
What was that all about?
I don't know. But I honestly believe that man now, because he went on to do, like, West End stuff and that, didn't he, as well? Like, some more West End stuff. What was that?
I think so.
Can't remember what that was called. But
Back to the Future.
It did begin with a B, but I can't remember. But I honestly think he could hire out a theatre in the West End, the man on stage with cameras, then live stream, tell people the next day he didn't, and it was a piece of art. It was just art.
Yep. And
they'll go, okay,
yep,
that's good. Yeah, you deserve a prize.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just this is modernity, mate. This is what it is. This is the modern world. This is the modern world. And I honestly think we're going to get to a point. We were talking about it before the podcast. I honestly think we're going to get to a point where people are just so sick and tired of hearing about nonsense like
this podcast.
But no, like, oh, we had it on our desk. But I didn't really say that. I didn't really mean that. We were going to release it all.
Yeah.
But now we're not. And we're just going to kind of go, it was. And you can trust us because we're the ones that said it wasn't to begin with.
Yeah.
And why are you going on about that when we've got like so many other things to talk about? It's just really taking the shine off Trump. And I think what's been really surprising is that everyone that was like really bigging him up for the last 10 years is slagging him off on YouTube, Spotify and all that. It seems like they've kind of got permission.
Yeah.
Like there's some accounts that are so big on YouTube, like political accounts. They're so big that it's kind of like they are like wings of propaganda, players in Israel, America, wherever. They're almost certainly being backed by them, and there's a big bit of a conspiracy theorist angle, but it's like they're so big and they put out so much content and they don't seem to worry about money or anything, and they can't be making that much money in order to be having such big operations that they have and all that kind of thing. It just seems like they've got permission to slag it off. So it feels like if this was a psyop, they've now got a counter psyop going on. And it just seems to be like it's constantly just feeding out different things. Keep thinking over here. Then you thought that way. Now we're going to make you think over here.
Yeah,
and that's the whole point of it. Is just to constantly make you go, I don't know.
Yeah,
but I want to know. I'm going to get obsessed with this and watch 100,000 hours on YouTube.